Double slit experiment. In this video, I use the mechanics of consciousness to explain how the quantum wave function and superposition theories are not factual. Watch to the end for the full answer. Quantum mechanics has a theory that particles behave like waves in the double slit experiment. In an earlier video, I explained how the central wall of the double slit experiment forms a circular gravity field that causes particles to travel in curved trajectories to form a wave-like pattern on the screen, and that there's no such thing as a particle splitting into both slits to interfere with each other to form a wave pattern. I also explained how the presence of an active detector introduces added mass to create additional gravity field to gravitate the particles away from the circular gravity field of the center wall to form a double slit pattern on the screen. In this video, I go on to explain how the human observer causes the particles to form a double slit pattern on the screen. When people are observing the double slit experiment with two slits open, their consciousness fields are focused and contracted that forms an added gravity field in the area of the double slit walls. This reduces the effect of the circular gravity field around the center wall. Particles that travel through the two slits would now be less affected by the circular gravity field and be affected by the new gravity field, and would therefore hit the screen forming a two-slit pattern. What this demonstrates is that consciousness can be contracted and focused, and create a corresponding gravity field to cause particles to move into certain direction paths. Such an outcome of the double slit experiment reflects the real measurable existence of consciousness and its ability to manipulate its structure to react to its environment to gain information. We can indeed shape and enhance the structure of our thinking consciousness. If particles in the double slit experiment can respond to the presence of consciousness contraction and focus, this means the double slit experiment setup can be modified into a device to detect and measure the presence of consciousness. Such can be utilized in areas of medical, security, touchless user interfaces, and even in marketing to detect how many people are looking at advertisements. People with sensitive consciousness can already detect the sense of being stared at from behind. Perhaps they can detect another person's contraction and focus on the consciousness along with a corresponding gravity field. In my theory of meaning and purpose of life, I associate such people with the role of consciousness developers who have undergone much contraction and expansion of consciousness in order to be sensitive whenever others are also doing it in a close proximity. If our reality and its many forms of negative incompatibilities can focus our consciousness and affect its thought structure, it is accurate to say that our reality is actively shaping and evolving our consciousness on its own. Would this be the purpose of life for some of us?